credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Carson, and this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
And they'll begin by running the option. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 1-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Jackson.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive team.
It got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 82 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And he's probably realizing He should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blocker.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Cody Barton on the stop.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Give him 22. There on the third down conversion.
Baltimore Raven.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jackson gonna run, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. KJ Wright, the one who shot in there to get him down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
It'll buy some time, Wright. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall. Incomplete.
Intended for Marquise Brown.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
Jackson on the kick.
And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Now on fourth down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been a constant.
And the pressure gets to him again. Chuck Clark in there to drop him. It sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Flush to it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Judon The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. He'll find Metcalf. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
That certainly went against the traditional. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
First and 10 at the
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when a screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball to the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Pernell McPhee, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So we've reached half. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it.